The initial inspection of this boat, it kind of looked like it was in great condition. And actually, the plank seams, if you look at the plank seams on the bottom, it really is, they're nice and tight. If you look at the plank seams on the back, they're nice and tight. They're not all gnarly, not all cupped, and you know, they're nice and consistent. They're small. The plank seams are small, and of course, the plank seams, or the planks were never. These planks were never meant to be waterproof. There's a waterproof layer between the planks and the inside layer of wood. They call that double planked, and it was a canvas layer, and that was your waterproof layer. So this boat was. Last time it was in the water was 1976. Or last time it was registered was 76. So it's we think it's a 53 or 54. So it's sat for 48 years in a barn. And it's a 19-foot Holiday. I really like this forward leaning transom. I think that's pretty cool. Initial inspection, we thought, oh yeah, it's not too bad of a project. It is missing all the hardware, and it's missing an engine. But you know, I thought one of my thoughts was, if somebody had a similar Holiday that is the hull's completely worn out, it's time for a new bottom, that you might get by with this one and just changing everything over to this one. We did find some rot in the chine, however. Of course, the rot in the chine can be repaired. You don't have to replace the chine in its entirety. It can be repaired by taking off this plank right here and working from the outside to repair that. It looks like in the barn there may have been some water dropping in on here from time to time. Maybe there was a leak in the barn roof. You got some rot right here, some rot up here. There's a shelf board underneath here that on these models of boats, these shelf boards rot out. This one is not rotted out, but we see a lot of boats that the shelf board's so rotted that you can't even get, that this upper plank is also rotted. And that's not the case. We don't have that problem. So the shelf board might be able to be ignored on the first restoration. Then again, you may choose to remove all of this and make sure the shelf board's okay and treat any rot that might be in it. But I'm guessing this side's probably okay. And this side, probably will have to replace the shelf board. Tried to look down through here, but I really can't tell the condition of the shelf board. This would have to come off to know the condition of the shelf board, or at least a couple of these planks, which got to come off to be replaced anyhow. You have one plank here. There's a live seam. These aren't separate planks, these are fake. So we have a live seam here, and then we would have a live seam here. So these two planks would come off, and you'd be able to see what's going on with the shelf board. But at any rate, I think it's still a pretty good project, and it's certainly a candidate for, if your bottom of your boat is completely rotted out, or it's time for a new bottom, then this one, you could consider taking this one, doing a strip and refinish on it, and replacing all the hardware, putting it on this one, taking it off of your other boat, putting it on this one. So interestingly, the interior is the original interior in here. Because the time he parked it, it was only the interior was 20 years old, which is pretty much the life of the interior. But we make an exact duplicate of this material. And so we could actually supply you with the exact duplicate of this and you've got all the hints that you need and all the information you need to replace this with a authentic interior. Anyhow, that's the story on this boat, and would love to see somebody put this guy back in circulation. All right, thanks for watching.